Imagine a sound so loud that it circled the globe 4 times. A sound that is by far the loudest sound in recorded history. A hum, a whisper, a roar that reverberated across the landscape, echoing through the annals of time. A sonic boom so powerful, it was as if the earth itself was screaming. What could possibly create such a deafening, world-shaking noise? Well, it's not an alien invasion or a mega concert by rock stars from the future. The answer lies somewhere in the fascinating realm of natural phenomena. This thunderous sound, this mysterious symphony of nature has a story to tell. A story that intertwines the realms of science, art, and history in a captivating melody of intrigue and discovery. As we embark on this auditory journey, let's contemplate upon the sheer power of sound, the invisible force that shapes our world in ways we seldom realize. But before we delve into that, let's take a moment to appreciate the power of sound and its intriguing nature. In 1893, Edvard Munch created a piece of art that would become an icon of human despair, the scream. This chilling masterpiece, with its swirling, feverish colors and the central figure's anguished expression, elicits a visceral reaction even over a century later. It's a haunting visual echo of a scream that seems to transcend time and place, resonating with the universal human experience of existential dread. The painting has left its mark on popular culture, becoming a symbol of the anxiety and alienation characteristic of modern life. Yet, the inspiration behind this eerie depiction remains shrouded in mystery. Munch himself said it was the scream of nature that he sought to capture, but what could have triggered such a profound reaction? Could the loudest sound in history have inspired this haunting masterpiece? It's a question that has intrigued art historians for decades. Sound, in its most basic form, is a type of energy made by vibrations. When any object vibrates, it causes movement in the air particles. Imagine a pebble being tossed into a still pond. The ripples that form and travel across the water's surface are akin to sound waves traveling through the air. Sound waves are longitudinal waves, meaning they move in the same direction as the force applied. In the case of sound, the force is the vibration of an object, and the medium is typically air, but it can also be water, metal, or any other substance that can carry vibrations. These waves move in a pattern of compression and rarefaction. When the air particles are pushed together, we get compression, akin to the peak of a wave. When the particles are pulled apart, we get rarefaction, similar to the trough of a wave. The speed at which these waves travel depends on the medium. In air, sound waves travel at around 343 meters per second. That's about 767 miles per hour. Now, how do we perceive these waves? Well, our ears are finely tuned instruments capable of picking up the vibrations in the air and converting them into signals our brain can interpret. The human ear can typically hear sounds ranging from 20 to 20,000 hertz, with hertz being the unit to measure frequency. But how loud is a sound? That's where decibels come in. Decibels measure the intensity of sound. For example, a whisper is about 30 decibels, a normal conversation is around 60 decibels, and a jet engine, that's a whopping 140 decibels. However, decibels are not a linear scale, but a logarithmic one. This means that an increase of 10 decibels equates to a 10-fold increase in sound intensity. So a sound at 20 decibels is 10 times louder than a sound at 10 decibels. Understanding decibels sets the stage for us to truly appreciate the magnitude of the loudest sound ever recorded. In 1883, the Earth produced a sound so loud that it reverberated around the globe. This sound came from the eruption of the Krakatoa volcano. Imagine, if you will, a tropical paradise, located smack dab in the middle of the Sunda Strait, between Java and Sumatra. Now picture this idyllic island paradise suddenly transforming into a fiery inferno as Krakatoa, one of the most destructive volcanic events in recorded history, erupted with a force so powerful it was heard over 3,000 miles away. The eruption was the climax of a series of cataclysmic events culminating in an explosion equivalent to 200 megatons of TNT. That's about 13,000 times the yield of the atomic bomb that devastated Hiroshima. At its peak, the eruption reached an almost unfathomable intensity, producing a sound that hit an astonishing 180 decibels. To put that into perspective, that's about as loud as a spacecraft launch. Except this sound was heard clearly over a twelfth of the globe. But the sheer noise of the event was not its only impact. The eruption had global consequences, altering climate patterns and creating unusual atmospheric phenomena. An immense volume of ash and sulfur dioxide was ejected into the stratosphere, where it spread across the globe. This veil of particles reflected sunlight, causing global temperatures to drop by as much as 1.2 degrees Celsius in the year following the eruption. This led to unseasonal weather, crop failures, and vivid red sunsets, including possibly those depicted in Edvard Munch's famous painting, The Scream. Furthermore, the eruption even affected the Earth's weather patterns for several years. It triggered a series of tsunamis, with waves reaching as high as 120 feet, devastating coastal communities around the Sunda Strait. The Krakatoa eruption was not just a geological event, but a sonic one, producing a sound that reached an astounding 180 decibels. It's a stark reminder of the immense power of nature and the profound impact such events can have on our planet and its inhabitants. The loudest sound ever recorded and the scream, two seemingly unrelated phenomena, might share a deeper connection than we think. Some art historians and scientists have speculated that the unforgettable, emotive face in Edvard Munch's iconic painting may have been inspired by the catastrophic eruption of Krakatoa in 1883. They draw parallels between the overwhelming emotion expressed in The Scream and the global shockwaves of the eruption. The Krakatoa explosion was heard thousands of kilometers away, its consequences rippling across the globe, causing climatic changes and unusual atmospheric phenomena. Similarly, the sheer intensity of The Scream reverberates across the canvas, imprinting on the viewer a sense of deep existential dread. This theory remains disputed, with some arguing for different sources of inspiration. Whether or not The Scream was inspired by the Krakatoa eruption, it's undeniable that both events have left a lasting impact on our world. Now, if you enjoyed this exploration into art and world history, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We strive to bring you more intriguing content from the corners of art, history, and science. Every like and subscription fuels our passion to delve deeper and bring more such content to you. So don't hesitate, join our community today.